The easy listing method training will help you get listings, have lucrative open houses, and create repeat business. Here's a look behind the curtain at agents who are applying the strategies they've learned. First, let's look at how open houses can help you get more than just qualified buyer leads. You can get listing appointments and even sign listings right at your open house with a 0% listing commission offer.
So I had an open house this weekend, and some potential buyers came in. This is in Mountain House, and they do want to move to Mountain House, but in the meantime, they have a house in Pleasanton to sell. They liked how I had everything set up, and they were asking, and I leave these a stack of these little, oh, I can see it, uh, postcards with the 0%, and that intrigued them. They were asking about it, and they said, "Well, what if we use you to sell our house? How much do you charge?" And they're expecting the 654, maybe even the 100. And they just kind of stared at me blankly. I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can do it for 0." And like, "How do you do that?" And just, in a nutshell, I'm like, the buyers are going to pay for it, and they always have. And I'll explain how it's done. And I just gave them a real short overview, and they just kept nodding. They're just wide eyed looking at me like, "Is this legal?" Like, of course it's legal. Like, we're doing it in 50 states. It's California's just the newest. It's just been moving east over here. We're just getting it. So it's new to a lot of people, but this works, and this is how it works. And they're like, "Okay, well, can you come over and kind of give our house a once over and see what you think?" And we want 1.6. We don't want to waste your time. And yeah, sure, I'll do my homework. And I reached out to them right away. I'm like, "Hey, let me know when you want me to come over." And 3 days later, they're calling me like, "Can you come over? We want to do this." And I'm like, "Well, I'm pretty busy. How about next Wednesday? I'm free after 1. Does that work for you?" Like, uh, can you come over any sooner? Can you come over this weekend? Like, all right, I'll come over on Sunday. 1 o'clock work for you? Like, "Oh my God, that'd be so great. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, we can't wait to see you." So just setting them up already that they want this really bad, and they're excited to find someone that can facilitate this for them. So I did my homework, and there's a comp that supports 1.6. So I'm going to show them how we'll make this work for them, and I'll let you guys know next week how it went.
The easy listing method is like a magnet to sellers. You don't need complicated marketing or a big budget to succeed.
So back in January, I did my first easy real estate offer deal, and that one went really well. And I sent out a bunch of postcards, about 400 of them to this neighborhood, and I actually got 2 deals out of those postcards. And the one that just went in contract on Monday, we put it on the market for 675. It was a 2,000 square foot home, whereas this first one I did was a 2,300 square foot home. And I put them at the same price level, but I was not expecting it to get anywhere close to the same all-in offer. But we ended up kind of getting into another bidding war, got it up to 751, and I think it would have gone higher, but the platform was not extending that 2 minutes. So Michelle and I were on the phone, and she had to extend it like twice for 15 minutes, and they kept coming in and bidding right at the last second against one another. And we got it from we were down at 725 to 751 in seconds. So went really well. So all in 788. And the one I did, and this is, I mean, the comps on this house were 740. And I was targeting kind of 730. Like, if we got a 730 bid, I would have felt amazing about the house. And we got a 751. So the owners are so thrilled. Additionally, kind of similar to Ryan, I had people walk into my open house at this one on Hawkeye that just went in contract, and they talked to me and they wanted me to come over to their house right away, which I did right after my open house. And so we're going to list their house, and it's just over $1 million. So pretty excited on that one. And sent out some postcards into a neighborhood just kind of about half a mile from this one. And I just got another guy that I sat down with yesterday, and we're going to list his house. So I'm a strong believer in really kind of going all in on selling in this way.
Easy agents are able to switch away from big box lead sources like Zillow and OpCity.
What did it cost you to do an open house?
About $20. That would be my printing costs, I think. And that included going out and door knocking on about 100 homes, and the printing of the flyers I put out. That was about it.
Brian, how about you?
Yeah, $20 for a case of water and some snacks, and
Oh
everything
yeah.
else is my time.
Okay,
I
I got
have
to
everything
increase it.
else.
Forgot that.
Yeah.
36.
I mean, I have everything else, just recycling it. I have free printing through my brokerage. So I mean, flyers, all that, just showing up, gas money, just my time.
Nice.
Most of us are paying for leads either through Zillow or realtor.com, OpCity. What is the cost of those ads? I mean, Zillow has just turned into an auction company and it's
Yeah.
ridiculous to
I
get.
just killed my Zillow stuff and I'm putting all that money into postcards. I'm doing 1,000 a month now.
Look at that, you guys, and look at the results he's getting without paying 25. And not only that, what do they provide? 90% of the leads are buyers.
Well, yeah, on the Zillow, yeah, they're all buyers.
Yeah, so
On these, they're all sellers, which is way better.
Agents using the easy listing method aren't bothered by NAR issues. They already have the answer.
we have a guy that went and did in Vermont, went and did his training for the NAR, was talking to the NAR's lead attorney. And the conversation basically went like this. So he walks and says, I got this platform that I'm certified in, and we get a 6% buyer's premium where the buyers pay the commission. And in turn, in doing that, the sellers are lowering the home 6 to 10%. And he goes, what do you think of that? He goes, I think that's great. And then he goes, well, the second thing is that we are putting these things on an online platform where the buyers, the seller, the public, anybody can see when the bids are made. What do you think of that? And Ariel said, well, that's actually quite brilliant. And then he goes, and then I got one more thing. The third thing is people make bids on the home knowing that they're paying the commission on the property. Once the bidding's done, we add the 6% into whichever bid that the seller took, and the purchase sale agreement is coming across. But that money that the buyer is paying into that is going to pay the real estate agents. What do you think of that? The attorney basically said to him that if they had that, they wouldn't be in the trouble that they're in with these class action lawsuits. This program will set you free. You'll get more listings than you know what to do with. But the key isn't getting the listings. The key is making sure that you get Ryan's results, Quinn's results, and my results.
Our training gives you everything you need to have successful listings.
And when I say worked right, that's multiple bids. Most of the agents in the bottom 80%, they're just order takers and they just go ahead and listen to everybody instead of representing, giving their client expert representation. If you guys run these bid events, your seller should expect to make anywhere from 10 to 40% over market value, period. If you want to have some fun, do the things that we're going to teach you over the next 4 weeks. Go sit with your sellers the last 20 minutes. And watch their heads explode every time. Because when it gets inside the last, when after 5 o'clock, it's fast and furious, man. It's like bam, 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 bam. The sellers can't even keep up. Like, are you kidding me? And then by the end of the thing, it's like, oh, whoa, crazy. When you guys run a bid event, and you run it using the sciences, the features, and the benefits, and you price the home properly, you are going to get those same results, and you will have your own story. Study the content. I hope you're all busy, because I promise you the easiest thing you're going to do with this program, you're going to go out and get leads, and they're not going to cost you a lot of money to get. I talked to an agent yesterday that's paying 45% for OpCity for a lead. Isn't that nice? All these tech companies out there that take our listing and sell these leads back to us. You do an open house the way I'm going to teach you to do an open house. You get 100 buyers through that thing. And remember, after August 15th, majority of them are going to be unrepresented. You have some lenders there to pre-qualify people on site using Dave's strategic partners. You're going to walk out of there with, I guarantee, at least 5 buyers. And I come out of these things, the one here with Alan, I came out with 2 listing appointments. Now, I think if I understood Alton right, he signed up 2 listings at that open house. But in this case here, I came out with 9 qualified buyers. That first bid on the site, it's an important one. The science behind it. If we tell the buyers that are making the bids or the agents to make bids, don't come in at face value. Give it your best bet. My sellers are watching the site 724. If they see a bid that they like, because I guarantee you they know the number they want to hit, they can take that thing and stop that bid event right now. The very first bid that I got on that property was $410,000. She knocked out half the buyers. So we saw current days on market 6 before it was in contract. How many open houses did I do? 1. If I do a traditional transaction, it doesn't sell in the first 6 days. What do I do next weekend? I do another open house. I am so comfortable with this process. I should be in contract by Tuesday. The science behind 100 buyers. Science, science, science. Science behind the 100 buyers is that we know if we have 100 buyers, we should expect 10 offers on the property. In our case, 10 bids, 10 people making bids. And that's my job. If I get the 10 people making bids, these are the results you're going to yield. You're going to be putting more money, your head's going to explode. You're going to be putting more money in your pocket. And because I'm a master agent, I might even get you better results than this. Why am I so passionate about this program, you guys? Because I've seen that wasn't my best story. One of the first ones I did, I made over $200,000 for the seller, a cash deal that closed in 7 days, simply by letting people make bids and make it transparent. Anyways, you guys can own the world with this new August 15th, as new laws come into this thing. You are settled to come in and help change real estate and put it back into the agent's hands, not these tech companies, not NAR. I couldn't have predicted 8 years ago when I started building this thing that NAR, and here we got this little company that has the answer to everything. I'm just a tool, but I'm a tool that has run a ton of events through it with success. And one of the things that I'm going to promise you is that I am going to be by there. If you struggle and you're with the seller, simply give me a heads up when you're going on your seller. I don't care where I am, I'll find some room. If you need me to talk to that seller, or you get stuck and you want some strategies in there, I'll be there for you. But if you put the effort into this training, you come in prepared, I can promise you, you're not ever going to need to call me. It's really a simple process. It's having a dialogue with your seller. It's coming up for air when you're talking to them. It's a dialogue. On the listing appointment, we're showing the process and we're backing it up with a real close transaction. The difference between you and the other agents is that you guys are the master agents. You're getting, anybody that knows, this training is $2,500 to the public. That ought to resonate with a lot of you. We are putting our heart and soul into this thing and going to help you get through this first listing. But if you follow my listing presentation, you will close more homes than you know what to do with.
So from my last bid event, we actually had this scenario where my seller said, let's take this 775 offer that's on the table. And I said, okay, but I have to be transparent. So I'm going to let everybody know that's interested that we have this. So I got a response from an agent right after I sent out an email. Hey, we're gonna close this thing down at 6 p.m. if we don't get a bid higher than this. And she got in there and put in a bid, and she only went like $375 over that next amount, but it kept it in, and we got an additional $6,000 in a few days for this seller because of that.
Cool.
And guys, if you look at Quinn's one that just ended yesterday or the day before, he started it at 650, it went to 680, and then 36 or something like that.
Yeah, and my seller, he was hot to take that. I'm like, okay, well, let me at least communicate out. So that's how we kept it going, and we ended up getting another $6,000 from the same person that put in that offer. They just came up another $6,000.
Oh, it was the same person?
Yeah, it was the same person that put in that offer outside the process. I got them to, I'm like, hey, look, just get into the platform. And you can do all the negotiating in there. If you're going to come up that way, if there's any back and forth, we don't have to do these outside of the platform things.
Well, they came around then. Cool.
They did. It took them a while, but they got there.
I'll tell one more quick story in regards to that. So there's always a smart behind agent out there, right? And so I had some clients that I was representing in Seattle. They were selling a condo down there. And I mean, we had 30 something bids, and somebody wanted to circumvent the system and write an offer outside of the platform and not have it transparent. And I went to my seller, told her that, and she goes, no. Tell them I'm not, I won't even look at it. When the sellers understand how important it is for the public to do things this way, because it's a fair, equal playing, it's the only platform in real estate that is fair and equal for everybody. When you do a listing presentation right, when you tell the story right, when you are passionate about knowing what it does, not only for you, the buyers, the agents, your sellers buy into that, because 99% of Americans want to be fair. As buyer agents start making less money, stuff like this is going to start happening, because now it's the survival of the fittest. You don't have to be that way with our platform, you guys. It's going to represent everybody.
There are hundreds of transaction examples that show this works. The easy listing method will make you successful. Our training and our team is here to make sure of it. Get started today.